What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be looking through every single, or at least most, Premier League players in FC24 right now. There is a huge list. Now we're going to start off, obviously we've got the S plus all the way through to B plus. A lot of them now are going to be in that sort of category. You're going to get a couple in the top tier, but most are going to be between your A plus and your B plus. Adama, I feel like, is one of them players that isn't necessarily an all-round. He's good at one thing, pace, and then slightly dribbling on this card. Yes, when we look through the 87s, the 88s, they're going to be bog standard for a reason because a lot of them do need an upgrade. Adama, I'd say, it'd be going into the A. Then we look at a few others. Obviously, with some of the showdowns, they haven't quite had their upgrade or didn't get their upgrade, unfortunately. Isaac could have been a masterpiece of a card. A very, very good one. I'm still going in the A plus for him personally because I do think even without the upgrade, still a very good card, but it's almost like we've been taken away from. The 90 plus potential one of the showdown evolution as well could have been a really, really top end card. May not have beaten Mbappe, Eusebio, but for the price that you were coming in at, not bad whatsoever. Havertz, I still think, is a phenomenal left back. Even at 87, he definitely gets the business done. I'd say Gomez. The problem with Gomez is if he had a playstyle plus, I could even put him higher. But I think from attributes and defensive ability, I'd probably go in the A plus. I think we'll go B plus. Almiron, I'm going with non-upgrades here because, for instance, some of the fantasies have now been given another upgrade or potential of another upgrade from this weekend. So until they are that, this is as of right now. Bentancur, I'd probably go B plus as well. Bowen can go down there. Diaby as a winger definitely reminds me of the previous. The gold version was incredible. Was such a fast winger. This card is, again, more of your cheaper version, but he definitely gives you enough to kind of go with the low end, but he's definitely not going to be in that top end. Eriksen can go down the bottom. Enzo needs to have more. Same with Iwobi, to be honest. I feel like these are in order of rating as well from when I've downloaded them. I don't know if a couple have managed to change out, but it does look heavy rotation on the levels. Jackson, again, very much like Isaac, kind of needed a bit more of a push there. Konate is definitely in that S category. You can't argue there. Kudus, I'd probably go more towards the A. Lamptey is decent, but again needs the upgrade to keep going forward. I really like a bit of Rico Lewis. Could you go one more, in fact? Could I go? I feel like you could go one more with him. But judging from the card, they really got that upgrade right. It's now for the evolutions to take him one step further, whether that happens or not. We've got Madison, he can come down one. We have got, I quite like these two over the centre-back personally. In fact, the centre-back, he was the one with all the playstyle pluses, the playstyles in defence, wasn't he? I'm pretty sure he was actually a relatively decent. Once you looked past the stats, you had a decent amount of stats, like 87 pace is nice, 84, 86 on the defending physical. Obviously, block and jockey may not be the greatest playstyle pluses, but has intercept, anticipate, slide tackle, bruiser, and relentless, all on them playstyles as the normal playstyle. So that's already at a decent level. Cunha, I quite liked as a striker. Could do with the upgrade if he wants to go any further. Mudryk, I'd probably be looking at the bottom tier now, to be honest. I think very, very bog standard. Thiago Silva, it's been a while since that card. I can imagine he's going to either pop off at a team of the season moments or flashback, or a footies moments and flashback. You just know he's going to get like a 93 centre-back version, and that's going to be an incredible centre-back. Thiago can go down the bottom. Undogi, I'm going to go one up. I'd say Carl Walker probably in the A plus now. I am surprised we haven't seen more from him, to be honest. With the fact that he's only 86 still, we should have a better version by now. Watkins can go at the bottom, same as obviously Welbeck. Elise I quite liked, but I don't think he's necessarily anything more than an A. I don't think they upgraded him crazy. Trent, same, to be honest. I feel like as a right back, I'd put him absolute in bottom tier. It is the fact his passing and slight dribbling that kind of just raises that card up a little bit. But for me, Trent is always better as that shapeshifter centre mid. He just works there. Pedro Neto, very much like an Elise, decent but not quite up there. Saliba, absolutely rate him. I think one of the better centre-backs in the game. And even at 88, I'm saying that. If he manages to get that, well, he should be in a team of the season, realistically. So that card would be one to really look out for. Solanke is going to come on the bottom tier. I'd probably say the same for Trippier. A+, I'd go for Reece James. Alvarez is another one like Trent. I feel like he really could have had more of an upgrade right now. I'd probably look at maybe an A, and I think I'm being generous from name basis here. Calvin Phillips, not enough. Romero, definitely in the A+. I think if we're looking at the Joe Gomez there, he needs the upgrade to take him to that double play style plus as well to put him any further, but he definitely isn't necessarily your discard sort of centre-back. Sterling, I personally wasn't a massive fan of the Fire and Ice, mainly from price more than anything. So we'll keep him in that A. Varane, I would say in at least S tier at the very minimum. Could do with the upgrade to take him a little bit further. Diego Carlos was very good to start with, but now kind of in that mud period. Foden, did he manage to get a double playstyle from this inform? It's got an 88 and an 89. We've got finesse on this one. Did we get a double at all? We didn't even get anything on the 88. So it's going to be pretty standard. It's 120k. Finesse, decent dribbling and passing. I'd probably be looking kind of in the Sterling level more than anything. Ogbonna going to be at the bottom. Robertson, not had an upgrade since Trailblazer. That's mental. Again, I'd probably more towards look at an A now. I think in terms of left back, it's quite funny that I don't think they've actually gone that high up in comparison to this card. It's mainly playstyles and playstyle pluses. There's not like a card where I'm like, in the Prem, he is 100% better. Tillemans, unfortunately, very decent card, but it doesn't look like he's getting any upgrades at this point. So we will see how we go there. Doku, I'd go more of an A+.
If your team's looking like this, then I have the place for you. Head over to U7Buy for all your coin needs. They're cheap, fast, and reliable, but make sure to use JT11 at the checkout for 6% off all of your coin orders.
Then we have a look at the likes of Harvey Elliott. I personally don't think there's anything too special there. I think he's a bog standard card more than anything. Gravadal, I'd probably go towards more of the S, especially with the fact he can go up even more, which is nice. We've got Rasmus, love the 89. I think also the Player of the Month's a decent version. I don't know if I could quite go in the S category for him. I think he's a very, very good striker, but I don't know if S is where I'd really go for him. McAllister, I'd probably go A+ again. Pedro Porro, I'd probably go more to the S with him. Sangrea, he did get the upgrade at 84, 90. He's one of them ones I've not used him in a long, long time. Or at least it feels like that anyway. Where are we going for the playstyles? I can't even remember what playstyles he's got. Block, 90 on the physical. You can actually... Okay, I was going to say, you can actually upgrade that, but that's the showdown winner. I think A probably is about right for him there. Bailey, I'd say that. Same as Emerson, I'd probably go more towards the A. Martinelli. Now, it's been a while since we got this card. I'm pretty sure he was around the 600k mark. Would I go S? I don't know if I'd go quite S for him now, but I'm thinking what's to come in terms of players. I feel like A+ now suits him better. Same as João Pedro, was one of them cards when he first came out, got the upgrades. He was magnificent for the card. Johnny Stones in a CDM. Still hating on that card, just purely on that evolution. Akanji has obviously got to go into that S. Chilwell, I'd probably S+ in fact for Akanji. Clark did get the singular upgrade as well as Akanji. Obviously, they both got a draw, so did manage to get it and the ability to have an upgrade. Coming from a 57, it's not a bad card. He's got a relatively decent stats throughout. So I'd probably be, at the moment, recency bias on more of an S. Jota, I really like Jota, but he has Rapid Plus. What did he have with it? He had Aerial. How tall is he? 5'10". So I mean, it adds a little bit of a bonus. Did have a slight upgrade from his Player of the Month. We could sit there for him. Garnacho, very much like Doku. I like the card. I think it's a wonderful upgrade for him as a player. But in terms of actually doing anything, I don't think it does as much as we kind of really wanted to. Same with Ansu. As much as Ansu can go up as well, I just think the pricing on him is absolutely crazy. For what he actually is, Travella Trickster, 4-star, 4-star. He's all pace, very little bite going forward. Love a Diaz. I think that's a cracking card. Grealish would be about the same. Nunez, I'd go in an S. I really like Nunez's card, and I think if he does manage, I don't know if he manages to get a team of the season, but at the very minimum, you know full well he's getting a footies. That is 100%. Both Rashfords are going in the S. Casemiro, he's very, to be honest, I think Casemiro's bog standard in this game. I don't really like him as the striker. CDM, if he managed to get that Rodri upgrade, I think we could definitely talk, but for right now, I don't think that's the one. Odegaard is dying for an upgrade. I can imagine they will keep it now for team of the season. You're looking at like a what? If they follow the same suit as last year, you'll see like a 92 team of the season, but realistically, he needs to be at the minimum 94. I think personally 95 would suit him, but again, it's all down to EA there. Edison, I'd probably go in an S for an Edison. Ooh, Nkunku. Now that is a card I have not used in a long time. He is 200,000 coins, technical plus. I mean, I don't know if I'd quite go S for him, but he's definitely up there. Sonny Baby, brand new to the game, definitely expensive as we can imagine. I haven't actually done his fire and ice in this, just his his ultimate birthday. I think if we look at him, quick step power shot, he was very good, but I don't know if I'd put him as like a... Would I go as an S+? I probably would, and I think Werner definitely goes up there with him. Jesus would easily go into the S with the upgrade. Lloris, I'd say the same with Edison there. Really like a Cole Palmer. Bernardo, would I go in S? I think he's a cheap beast, but I'm trying to think of if he overtakes many people in that role. I'd probably be saying more of an A+, but one of the better... The one that is more effective for your coins, because he was... I don't think he's literally anything still. He's currently coming in at a whopping 75,000 coins. For what you get for 75,000, that is a brilliant card. But in terms of actually, if you compare him to a lot of the centre mids, the cams, he isn't necessarily oodles better in my opinion. Willian, I'd probably go about the same. Bruno's quite an easy S in this one. Declan is phenomenal in himself. Obviously having a lot of the upgrades, which is always handy. I think he's only got one left now. I think, is it the 11 goals, I'm pretty sure. You obviously got the 92 on the defending physical. 2.5 million coins. Cracking CDM. Saka finally got the ability to be a 5-star, 4-star, or a 4-star, 5-star. Both cards coming in at 3 mil and 2.5. Obviously, the more expensive one is going to be the 5-star skiller with the power shot and tiki-taka. I don't know if it's personally got enough for me to say he's in the S+, but it's definitely enough to at least warrant him there. What we're going to do is we're going to move it up and down just because we've only got a few cards left. Salah, at the moment, I'd say he's just in the S. I don't think that card personally takes him into the S+ yet, but again, we are more than likely waiting for a team of the season. Alisson's team of the year is obviously the S+. I'd probably go A+ for his centre mid more so now. We then have Ruben Diaz. I think you've got no arguments for any of the team of the season, team of the years, to be honest. They're just all absolutely incredible. So we'll just whack all of them in there because most of them I've done a double version because how expensive they really are. It's hard to not rank them. I think for me, there's only Battle and Bright that I'd say are not in S+. I think every other team of the year has been done very well for the upgrade. When we look at the rest of them then, obviously we've got the two Virgils. I've put them there purely on the perspective of, doesn't matter if you've got the gold, the inform, the second inform, the Euros, even the winter wildcard. Every single Virgil is an S+ without an absolute shadow. I'd say Rodri, definitely in that S. I loved that Fire and Ice. It's a shame that we got the Fire and Ice so close to the team of the year because it was almost like they've given you one Rodri, but now there's a better one the next week. So it is a bit unfortunate there, but even if I had them two, they are very, very good cards in themselves. I'd probably say KDB's got to be up there as well. And Haaland, I would say he's an S just. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan for the name. If we had to pick out of like a special Messi, a Neymar, an Mbappe, Haaland's probably going to be last on that list in comparison, but still a very, very good card. And that is going to be the list. Let me know down below how you get on. I'll move the camera out of the way and I'll catch you all for the next one. Peace.